The 90-degree cold, ferocious animals have to fight to survive here. Winter in Yellowstone is not simply cold. It is a season that quietly kills the weak, the old, and the unlucky, and every animal here knows it. In the next half hour, you will see how a single failed climb up a riverbank can decide whether an elk lives or becomes a meal, and how a bear's roar can undo a wolf pack's entire hunt in seconds. Gray wolves were driven out of Yellowstone by the 1920s, hunted until none remained in the park. It took until 1995 for wolves to be reintroduced, and their return changed the behavior of elk herds so completely that scientists still study the ripple effects today. A bison's skull can weigh over 60 pounds, built with thick bone plates that let it plow through snow far deeper than most animals could ever cross on foot. This is why bison often lead the way through winter drifts, unintentionally clearing paths that elk and even wolves later use. Elk gather near frozen rivers in winter because moving water beneath the ice keeps grass from freezing as hard as the surrounding ground. Females often lead these winter herds since older cows carry the memory of where food survives even in the deepest snow. A wolf's nose contains roughly 200 million scent receptors compared to about 5 million in a human. This is why an alpha wolf can lift its head into the wind and know an elk herd is near long before a single animal comes into view. Wolves hunt in family groups, usually built around a breeding pair and their offspring from several years. This structure means a pack is less a group of hunters and more an extended family working together to keep everyone, including pups born the previous spring, alive through the harshest months. Elk calves can stand within 20 minutes of birth and run within a day. That early speed does little to protect them once winter arrives. A calf burns through its fat reserves far faster than an adult, and by late winter, it is often the most vulnerable member of the entire herd. Wolves rarely attack a herd head-on. Instead, they test it, watching how each animal moves, because chasing an elk that turns out to be strong wastes energy. The pack cannot afford to lose in freezing temperatures. A cornered elk is dangerous. A single kick from an adult elk can break a wolf's jaw or ribs, and wolf packs have been documented losing members to defensive elk and moose during a hunt gone wrong. This is why wolves study a herd before committing, searching for the one animal that hesitates, limps, or falls behind, because a wolf pack's survival depends on choosing its battles carefully rather than fighting fair. Once a herd bolts, wolves rarely sprint immediately. A wolf can reach speeds near 40 miles an hour, but only for short bursts. So packs often trot steadily behind fleeing prey instead, conserving energy while watching for the moment an animal begins to tire. Rivers create some of the most dangerous obstacles in an elk's winter world. Wet ice and slick rocks can turn a routine crossing into a fatal stumble, and predators have learned to watch giant riverbanks closely for exactly this kind of mistake. Wolves have an extraordinary ability to remember individual prey animals within a chase, focusing their attention on one identified target even while surrounded by dozens of other running elk. Researchers call this selective pursuit, and it is one of the clearest signs of a wolf's problem-solving mind. Following a scent trail across open snow takes discipline. Wolves often travel in single file behind their leader, a habit that saves energy by letting each animal walk in the tracks already packed down by the wolf ahead. Ravens and wolves share an old partnership in the wild. Ravens often follow hunting packs because a successful hunt means scraps of meat left behind. And some researchers believe wolves may even be drawn toward raven activity that signals a wounded or dead animal nearby. An exhausted elk facing a hunting pack often does not run alone for long. Herds regularly form defensive circles, placing calves in the center while adults face outward, using sharp hooves as their only real weapon against surrounding predators. This formation works far more often than most people realize. Wolves frequently give up on a tightly defended circle entirely because the risk of injury from a hoof strike often outweighs the reward of a single kill. An alpha wolf's bark or howl during a hunt is not random noise. It functions as a coordination signal, directing pack members toward a specific animal and helping wolves that may be out of each other's sight regroup around the same target. Deep, unpacked snow becomes a hidden weapon for wolves during a chase. An elk's long legs and heavy body sink far deeper than a wolf's lighter frame, turning what should be an advantage in size into a serious disadvantage once the snow gets deep enough. Foxes often trail behind larger predators during a hunt, not to help, but to wait. A red fox will sometimes follow wolves for miles, hoping to scavenge whatever remains once the larger animals have eaten their fill and moved on. A bison's temperament changes little for wolves passing nearby, but that changes instantly if wolves cross into its space during a chase. Bison have gored and killed wolves that ventured too close, and packs generally know better than to provoke a bison defending its ground. Wolves must eat far more often in winter than in warmer months, since keeping a body warm in sub-zero temperatures burns through calories quickly. A single wolf can eat over 20 pounds of meat in one sitting, but that meal might need to last several days before the next successful hunt. Studies of Yellowstone wolves show that most hunting attempts end without a kill. Some estimates place hunting success below 20%, meaning a pack can chase, corner, and even injure prey many times over before a hunt finally succeeds. Wolves reading a herd from a distance are searching for exactly one detail: a limp, a slower stride, a calf lagging just slightly behind its mother. That single observation can determine which animal a pack decides to separate from the group. Separating a calf from its mother is one of the oldest and cruelest strategies in the wild, used by predators across nearly every ecosystem on Earth. A young elk without its mother nearby loses both protection and guidance, making it far easier prey within moments. An elk calf facing multiple wolves alone has almost no defense beyond small, desperate kicks. In these final moments of a hunt, survival often comes down to nothing the calf itself can control, but rather to chance, timing, or the sudden arrival of something entirely unexpected. A mother's return is not just instinct. It is a calculated risk that many hoofed mammals take even when the odds are stacked against them. Elk cows have been observed charging directly into predator groups to defend calves, a behavior that costs some their lives, but has kept the species alive for millions of years. A grizzly bear's bite force is estimated at over 1,000 pounds per square inch, strong enough to crush bone in a single motion. This is one reason wolves rarely challenge a bear directly, choosing instead to harass it from the edges rather than risk a close confrontation. Elk have surprisingly complex vocal communication, using distinct calls to warn of danger, locate calves, and coordinate herd movement across long distances. A mother's warning bark can carry over half a mile through cold mountain air, though it does little to protect a calf already separated from the group. Bears and wolves in Yellowstone often compete directly for the same prey, and grizzlies are known to steal wolf kills entirely, a behavior biologists call kleptoparasitism. Despite doing none of the hunting, a bear can claim an entire carcass simply because it is too large and dangerous for wolves to fight over. A wolf pack loses a meal to a bear far more often than people assume, since a single grizzly can outmuscle an entire pack once it commits to a fight. Researchers have documented wolves abandoning fresh kills entirely rather than risk serious injury defending them. Grizzly bears are remarkably powerful climbers despite their bulk, capable of scaling steep, icy terrain using claws that can grow up to 4 inches long. This adaptation, originally suited for digging roots and small mammals, becomes a deadly advantage when chasing prey onto rocky ground. An elk's hooves are its only real weapon, capable of delivering a strike hard enough to break a wolf's ribs or skull. Yet against an animal the size of a grizzly, even a full strength kick often does little more than momentarily shift the bear's balance. Bald eagles frequently follow large predator conflicts in winter, not out of curiosity but opportunity. Since scavenging leftover meat is far easier than hunting live prey in freezing conditions. Eagles have been recorded waiting patiently for hours near active wolf and bear encounters. Wolves rely heavily on coordinated group attacks because a lone wolf attempting to bring down an adult elk faces serious risk of injury or death. Pack hunting is not simply a hunting style, it is a survival requirement built over thousands of years of evolution. When a mother elk is forced to abandon her calf and flee, it reflects a harsh biological reality rather than a lack of care. In the wild, an adult with future reproductive potential often has a better chance of ensuring the species survives than risking everything for one offspring in a single moment. Ice hunting is one of the riskiest strategies a wolf pack can attempt, since a single slip can mean a broken leg in temperatures that offer no room for recovery. Wolves have adapted wider paw spread and rougher paw pads than most canines, giving them just enough grip to chase prey onto surfaces that would send most predators sliding helplessly. A wolf's jaw can exert roughly 400 pounds of pressure per square inch, more than enough to clamp onto the throat of an animal many times its size. Suffocation, rather than blood loss, is often what actually ends a large hoofed animal's life during a wolf attack. Group hunting allows wolves to bring down prey 5 to 10 times their own body weight, something no single wolf could accomplish alone. This cooperative strength is the very reason wolves evolved to live in tight family units rather than as solitary hunters like many other predators. A successful kill does not guarantee a meal will actually be eaten by the wolves who caught it. Grizzly bears frequently claim wolf kills through sheer size and aggression, and biologists estimate bears steal a significant share of wolf kills in areas where the two species overlap. A grizzly's sense of smell is extraordinarily powerful, capable of detecting a carcass from over a mile away, which is often how bears locate fresh wolf kills so quickly after they happen. This ability makes coexistence with wolves an ongoing, uneasy negotiation rather than open warfare. Faced with a much larger opponent, wolves rarely fight to the death over food. Instead, they practice what researchers call resource caching, grabbing what meat they can carry and retreating rather than risking serious injury over a kill they can no longer fully defend. Wolves are remarkably strategic about food storage, burying meat in shallow snow caches that can preserve it for days or even weeks in freezing temperatures. This behavior becomes essential in winter when a single successful hunt might need to sustain the pack through several days of failed attempts. Coyotes and wolves share a complicated relationship in the wild, often described as competitive rather than cooperative. Coyotes frequently attempt to steal cached wolf meat, but wolves are known to kill coyotes on sight when territory or food is involved, making every theft attempt a genuine gamble. Ravens and wolves have developed one of the most studied predator-scavenger relationships in North America. Some biologists believe ravens may even alert wolves to injured or vulnerable prey from the air, effectively trading information for a share of future kills. A grizzly bear can consume over 30 pounds of meat in a single feeding when food is abundant, building fat reserves critical for surviving winter months when other food sources disappear. This is one reason grizzlies aggressively defend carcasses rather than sharing, since every meal directly impacts their odds of survival later in the season. Wolf packs are held together by strong social bonds that go far beyond hunting cooperation. Behaviors like nuzzling, grooming, and sleeping in close physical contact reinforce pack unity, helping wolves function as a coordinated unit during the demanding winter months ahead. Even after losing a kill to a larger predator, a wolf pack's day is rarely wasted. Since cached meat and stolen scraps often provide enough calories to survive until the next hunting opportunity arises. Survival in Yellowstone's winter is rarely about winning every encounter. But about losing efficiently enough to fight again tomorrow. A bald eagle's talons can exert pressure similar to that of a wolf's bite. Strong enough to hold a carcass steady against several competing scavengers at once. Despite weighing far less than a coyote, an eagle's size and aggression are usually enough to win these small standoffs over scraps. Coyotes rarely challenge a bald eagle seriously. Since a fight risks injury for very little reward when easier food sources are often nearby. These brief tug-of-war conflicts are more about testing boundaries than genuine combat. Ending as quickly as they begin. Snowshoe hares change the color of their fur with the seasons. turning pure white in winter to blend into the snow. This adaptation works well against most predators. But a fox's sense of smell renders the disguise almost useless once it gets close enough. Red foxes can hear rodents and small mammals moving under nearly a foot of snow. Using their sensitive hearing to pinpoint prey they cannot see at all. This hunting technique, sometimes called mousing, allows a fox to catch animals hidden completely from view. A fox's pouncing dive into snow is not random. But a calculated leap based on sound triangulation. Aiming to land directly on top of unseen prey below the surface. Success rates for this technique can be surprisingly high once a fox has pinpointed its target's exact location. Wolf pups begin learning survival skills long before their first real hunt. Using play behavior like pouncing on pine cones or sticks to develop the coordination and reflexes needed later in life. This early practice is considered essential, since pups that fail to develop proper hunting instincts often struggle to contribute to the pack as adults. Wolf howls serve several purposes beyond simple communication. Including reinforcing territory boundaries, locating separated pack members, and strengthening social bonds within the group. A single howl can travel for miles across open terrain. Especially in the still, cold air common to winter evenings. Elk herds often travel in single file through deep snow. A behavior that conserves energy, since only the lead animal has to break through the heaviest drifts. This formation rotates periodically, allowing exhausted lead elk to fall back while a fresher animal takes over breaking trail. As winter light fades early across Yellowstone, the temperature can drop dramatically within a single hour. Forcing every animal in the valley to make final decisions about shelter. Food and safety before nightfall. For wolves, elk, foxes, and every creature sharing this frozen world, survival is never guaranteed by yesterday's success. Only earned again with each new day. Today we have to say goodbye here. Thank you very much for being with us in this beautiful moment and for watching the entire video. See you again with another exciting episode. Until then, stay well and love animal.